All right, today we're breaking down a trip to Japan, but this isn't just any itinerary. We're unpacking an incredible 14-day spiritual journey, a trip that's really designed to connect you with an ancient world, and maybe, a bit with yourself. Let's dive in.
When you picture Japan, what do you see? Cherry blossoms, right? Crowded summer festivals. Well, I want you to forget all that. Instead, picture this: serene, snow-dusted shrines, and the only sound is the quiet crunch of your boots on a 1,000-year-old pilgrimage trail. This is a totally different kind of adventure. It's one for the soul.
So you might be asking, is this for me? Well, it's designed for a special kind of traveler, someone who loves that feeling of freedom and adventure, but also likes having a bit of a safety net. You're probably fascinated by history, but you also get a kick out of cutting-edge technology. If you're looking for something that goes way deeper than the typical tourist trail, this is for you. So here's how we're going to look at this. First, we'll see what makes this trip so unique. Then we'll dive into the heart of it, walking the sacred paths. After that, we'll explore that amazing contrast between Japan's buzzing cities and its quiet landscapes. And finally, we'll cover the practical side of making it all happen.
Okay, let's get into it. This adventure kicks off and wraps up in the amazing city of Osaka, making for a perfect full-circle journey of discovery.
Right from the start, this trip does something different. Instead of dropping you into the controlled chaos of Tokyo, it takes you south, from Osaka, to a small town called Kitanabe. This place is the official gateway to the Kii Peninsula and the ancient Kumano Kodo pilgrimage trails, a protected UNESCO World Heritage Site, so you know it's a big deal. And that brings us to the absolute core of this whole experience: walking the sacred paths that emperors, samurai, and pilgrims have been treading for more than 1,000 years. Just think about that for a second.
Now, the pilgrimage itself is a multi-day trek. It starts at Takijiri-oji, which is seen as the symbolic gate into the sacred mountains. The path then leads you to Kumano Hongu Taisha, which is kind of the grand central station of the whole shrine network. And it all culminates at Kumano Nachi Taisha, which is famously located right next to a spectacular, towering waterfall.
But honestly, calling this a walk just doesn't do it justice. It is a deeply immersive experience. You're moving through these absolutely breathtaking sacred forests and tiny little mountain villages that feel completely suspended in time. It's like you're totally disconnected from the modern world. The path itself is just dotted with all these smaller shrines and purification gates, and each one is an opportunity, an invitation really, to just pause, take a breath, and connect with the incredible history that is literally under your feet. After the Kumano Kodo, the journey continues to an even bigger spiritual landmark, Ise Jingu. And look, this isn't just another shrine. This is the most sacred site in Shinto, Japan's indigenous religion. It's considered the spiritual home of the entire nation, dedicated to the sun goddess, Amaterasu. It's a hugely important place. All right, now for a complete change of scenery. This is where the journey does a total 180. We're shifting gears from those quiet, meditative trails to the vibrant, electric energy of Japan's incredible cities. This transition all begins in Nagoya, and it's the perfect bridge between those two worlds. On one hand, you have the iconic Nagoya Castle, a symbol of Japan's feudal past, and on the other, the city is a modern industrial powerhouse. It's here that you get your first real taste of the amazing contrast that define the rest of the trip. And the contrast is just stunning. You really get to experience the dual soul of Japan back to back. First, there's Tokyo, with the futuristic, neon-drenched energy of Shibuya Crossing in Akihabara. And then you step into Kyoto, with the deep tranquility of its Zen gardens and the timeless elegance of the Gion district. Across these cities, the experiences are just so diverse. You'll ride the world-famous Shinkansen bullet train. You'll listen to the wind moving through Arashima's bamboo forest, a sound, by the way, that's officially protected by the government. And you'll see Osaka from 300 meters up in the air. It is a whirlwind for the senses in the best possible way. So you've seen the incredible scope of this experience. Now let's quickly cover the practical details of how a spiritual adventure like this actually becomes a reality. The guide price for this entire 14-day journey is around 3,380 euros per person. Now, that's a significant number, I know, so let's break down exactly what that investment covers. Basically, that price covers all the core logistics. We're talking your international flights, all your accommodations, travel passes for things like the bullet train, local guides, and even a portable Wi-Fi device to keep you connected.
It's all arranged so you can just focus on the experience itself, not the stress of planning. The whole journey is really built around this powerful idea you see here. The belief is that by immersing yourself in a culture that's both so ancient and so futuristic, you can't help but learn something new about yourself. It's an outward journey that really inspires an inward one.
And that's really what we'll leave you with. It's a question that gets right to the heart of what a journey like this is all about. After experiencing such profound silence, and then such exhilarating noise, ancient traditions, and dazzling futures, what piece of yourself do you think you might find waiting for you?